Hello everyone, welcome back to DevOps Philosophy learning session. In this video, we will learn how to export your databases and tables in MySQL using MySQL dump command. So without further delay, let me get start. So in order to do that, I have already created a database server. Let me log into the database server. Now let me log into my database, MySQL server. So in order to do that, I have to use MySQL hyphen u. I have to define my username and hyphen h, which is my host name. In my case, it is localhost, and I have to pass hyphen p, which I have to define as a password. Let me enter my password. Yes, now we have logged into the MySQL server. Here you can see the MySQL version is 5.7 and I'm using Ubuntu 18.04. It is Ubuntu OS version. So let me see how many databases I have. In order to do that, I have to use so databases. Here I can see 6 databases are there. So out of that, information schema, performance schema, and MySQL sys was by default created. So for my learning purpose and testing purpose, I have created database called first DB, and I have another DB also which is called second DB. So in this session, I will be using first DB and second DB for my learning purpose. So let me log out from MySQL. So let me export the first database. In order to do that, I have to use MySQL dump command. Hyphen u, I have to specify my user. Hyphen h, I have to specify my host name. So then I have to give hyphen p parameter. Now here I have to specify the database name which I am going to export. So in my case, earlier you saw it is first DB. Now the same thing we want to write to a file. The file name I will give first DB dump.sql. So the dump file will be stored as a .sql. Let me enter here. So I would request you to not to pass the password in the same command line, because if you are using common server or common login, this details can be taken from the history. So it is always recommended that you type the password separately. So the DB dump has been done. So it depends also your database size. Based on that, it may take some time, but in my case it is completely fresh database. It doesn't have any data, so that's why it has done quickly. So here you can see the file has been created, the same name whatever we have specified earlier. So this is the to take a single DB. If you want to take multiple DB export to a single file, you can do that also. In order to do that, let me clear my screen. So we will go to the same command. Here we will give different argument called hyphen databases, and first DB, then space second DB. Now I can write here different file name, all DB dump. Let me give my password. Now here you can see all DB dump has been created. So that using that you can export all your databases. Also you can with if you have, in case if you have multiple database servers, multiple databases, so you can use defining by different argument. Let me add that here, hyphen hyphen all databases, and here you can give the command like this, and you enter. Now you give your password. So now if you see, all DB dump has been also created. So in this way you can export your uh, databases using MySQL dump command. So now let me show you how we can export the MySQL tables. So let me see first how many tables we have in the database. So in order to do that, let me log into my MySQL server. So let me go to first DB database, use first DB. Now in order to view how many tables or table details, you have to use so tables command. Now here I can see I have only one table, which is tutorials underscore table. Same case I can see for second DB what all tables are exist. So in second DB, you can see only one table is exist, which is movie. So let's get started how we can export uh, these tables into a separate file. So let me log out from MySQL. In order to export the tables, also you have to use MySQL dump command. Let me go back to the dump command. Here we have to specify the DB name, which is first DB. Then you have to specify the table name. Oops, I forgot the table name. Here it is. You specify the table name, then write into a file. For tables also we are specifying with .sql extension. It is done. Let me give my password. Now if you do, yes, now you can see first DB tables dump also has been created. For another database or tables, you can use the same command to export your tables. So now let me restore this tables or databases into same server, because I am using same server, but for your case you can copy to some other location and try to import those things. So let me log in back to my MySQL server. Now here you can see it is present. Log out from MySQL. In order to restore the MySQL export DBs or tables, you have to use MySQL. Here we are not using dump command, we are using only MySQL. You have to specify your user. In my case it is root-h, which is my host, local host, then password parameter. Then here actually small change we have to do. What we have to do actually, we have to use this symbol. Basically from file we are importing to the server, and you can specify your file name which you have taken earlier. In my case I can say first db dump.sql. I'll give enter. Now you can see, oops, I forgot to add the database. Yeah, so here you have to specify the database. Yes, now the database has been imported from this file. If you see the file, the first DB file we have used for single DB, and this is having multiple DB, and this is also having all the databases, and this is having the first the tables from the first DB. So in order to restore the table you have to use actually same command. Let me clear my screen. So here actually you have to specify the let me copy the file name. I have to use this file name. This has been imported. In this way you can import or export your databases or tables in MySQL. I hope you like the video. Thank you.